Hey Dynamo Nation, what's going on? My name is James. It's week 12, and we're here to help you find running backs that you can plug and play right away to get that coveted W. Before we get into our running backs, I want you to take a quick look at the graph I put together here. It's going to show us the top 10 teams that we want to start our running backs against for week 12. All of these stats are current through week 11. These are the teams that we want to focus on. This late into the season, we really need to be looking at matchups more so than any time before. Teams are set in stone. Where we're at right now, we know where they're going to be. So if you have a team that you have a running back who's going against one of these teams, one of these bottom 10 teams, so these are obviously the best teams to start your running backs against. If you've got guys sitting on your bench and you're questioning whether or not you should start them and they're going against one of these matchups, you should probably be starting them. Each one of our running backs this week, except for one, I have to do that caveat, is starting against one of these teams. And the one player who's not has already proven that he's an RB1 matchup-proof type of guy. So take a look at the list, see where it's at, see if you agree with this list, see if anybody on there is a surprise to you. If they are, drop a comment below, let me know. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Our first running back is going to be Ty Johnson. If you've been following this channel at all over the last month since we got started here, you've heard me preach the name Ty Johnson multiple times. And that's because in the PPR format, he has had value. He's been a back-end RB3 most weeks. Since week 5 through 10, he averaged 14 points a week, and that was with splitting so much of that work with Michael Carter. And when we look at what's happening now, Carter's out 2 to 3 weeks. Ty Johnson's been averaging 4.5 receptions a game during that week 5 through 10 span. That's with Carter also digging in there. What happens now that Carter's gone for the next few weeks? Those numbers are going to go up in the pass catch game for Ty Johnson. That's just a matter of life. When we look at that, and then when we look at his ground game that he's going to get, he was lucky to get 5 carries. That number's also going to go up. He's going to split work with Tevin Coleman, but he's going to get more run on the ground. So what happens if Ty Johnson starts to get 10 touches on the ground and 6 or 7 receptions a game over the next 2 or 3 weeks? He's going to be a solidified RB2. And when we look at this week, Ty Johnson going against Houston. Houston has the 10th best matchup, basically, for running backs this week. They've given up the 10th most points per game average to opposing running backs. And that's who Johnson's going against. So when we look at the matchup, when we look at the opportunity in front of him, you have to start him. He should be a safe RB2 this week based on that matchup. When we look at Johnson, he's rostered in only 69% of leagues. He's being started in the mid-40s. It fluctuates every time I take a look at it. And, his weekly rank right now, he's definitely outside that top 24 mark for us. For our sleepers, for our running backs, they have to be outside the top 24. He's definitely beyond that, 27 right now. So when we look at that, Johnson's a very sneaky play this week. With his numbers being so low in terms of percentages owned and started, there's a chance he's sitting on waivers. And B, if he's not being started, you could probably get him relatively cheap off another team because they know it's only going to be a 2 or 3 week stretch where he's starting, and that's fine. Who cares? If you can finesse 2 or 3 weeks together 2 more times out of these backup handcuff running backs, you're going to have your running back situation, at least one spot of it, solved for the remainder of the season. That's where we're at right now. So Ty Johnson can definitely help you win the next couple weeks. If you can get your hands on him, grab him. If you've got him, start him. All right, so we're going to take a look at our second running back. Sticking with the name Johnson, we're going to go to David Johnson. DJ, we all remember, was an absolute fantasy stud for a few years. I mean, he was great. And when we look at what happened in Houston this year, they had Mark Ingram, Phillip Lindsay, David Johnson to begin the season. And we all thought, what the hell? We all thought that. What's going to happen here? Well, Ingram's been traded, and Lindsay just got cut. Yes, Burkhead's there. He's been mixed in. Royce Freeman's there, who is a sneaky, sneaky ad. I'm not saying for this week, but going forward, rest of the season, this is a sidebar. If you can get Royce Freeman sitting on your waivers, he's probably there, and I'm guaranteeing he's free. Go pick him up. Freeman historically has been a pretty solid running back. It's always been injuries that's gotten in his way. Let's see what happens. Houston might want to showcase him for a few weeks and see what they've got. If you can get Freeman, go grab him. But back to DJ. DJ, Burkhead, they're going to be the two guys this week. And they're going against the best matchup for running backs this week, the New York Jets. The Jets have given up the most points of any team to opposing running backs through week 11 of the NFL season. So if you're Houston, you've got David Johnson and you've got Burkhead. I'm putting my money on DJ eating the lion's share of that work if it comes down to the two of them and they both stay healthy throughout the course of the game. I'm going to roll with DJ based on track record. He is still involved in the pass game, so we know he's gonna get some involvement there, and he's going against the worst run defense in the league based on numbers. You've got to start him. And again, he's another player. He's right now currently the number 31 started running back in terms of percentages. Again, he's rostered in under 70% of leagues, and he's only being started. He's being started in less than 50% as well. So David Johnson, he might be sitting on waivers. And if he's not, you can probably get him really cheap. And who knows what's going to happen the rest of the way. DJ could come out and have a renaissance and just flash this week, just based on that matchup. And if he does, he might be showcased as well over the next 2 or 3 weeks, which would be great for you and for me. We're sitting here, we're trying to get to the playoffs. We have to get these wins, and we have to squeeze every point out of these players right now. DJ presents a unique upside this week. Based on the situation, it's him and Burkhead right now and that matchup. They have the best matchup of the week for the running back position. Brings us to our third running back. This player does not have a necessarily great matchup, but this player is a proven RB1. This player is currently our number 40th running back in terms of where he's being started at. He's being rostered in 68% of leagues. So he's even rostered in less leagues than Ty Johnson. And he's being started in less than 30% of leagues right now. I don't know if people are worried it's going to be his first week back or they're worried about the matchup. I'm not sure. Our third running back, Kareem Hunt. If by any chance Kareem Hunt is sitting on waivers in your league, and based on the numbers, if you play on my fantasy league, 32 out of 100 leagues, he's sitting on waivers. Go rush out, go get Kareem Hunt. Period. Through the first 6 weeks, Kareem Hunt was RB9. Last year, he finished as RB1, as an RB1. He was RB12, I believe. So this Browns offense has the best offensive line in the game. They run the ball pretty much more than anybody else. And they have proven that they can produce 2 RB1s. We know this. And that offense, it's not a coincidence. When Kareem Hunt is playing for the Cleveland Browns this season, they're averaging 27, 28 points a game. Right around there. When Kareem Hunt is not playing for the Cleveland Browns, they're averaging 17 points a week. It's a 10-point swing with Kareem Hunt out there. There's absolutely no way that they're not going to play him. He's going to get his workload immediately. 15, 16, 17 touches out of the gate. Go put Kareem Hunt in your starting lineup. If he's available on waivers by some chance and you got a bunch of duds in your league that can't tell their what from a hole in the ground, go get Hunt. If you can get him in a trade right now, go get Hunt. Kareem Hunt could win your league for you this season. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's got that kind of upside in that offense. So those are going to be our 3 running backs. Before I end the video, I wanted to take a quick moment. I wanted to thank all of you who have helped build this channel so far. It's been literally 1 month since we've started Dynasty League Dynamo here on YouTube. We just hit 40 subscribers. The videos have been viewed 3,000 times up to this point, 200 watch hours, and it's because of all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Anyone who's done anything to help support this channel, I appreciate it. I really, really do. So if you're new here, again, my name is James. If you found any value from this content, please consider liking, subscribing the video. I would really appreciate it. But I did want to take one quick moment to thank everyone who supported me so far. So, all right, Dynamo Nation, let's get this W. We're coming down the home stretch, man. This is it. Playoffs are going to be starting soon. So let's knock out these last few wins that we need. We're going to take to the playoffs, and let's win some championships this year. All right, everybody have a great week. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.